Chapter 13. Ol' Mistah Buzzard Sees Something. "Wait for me!" cried Little Joe Otter to Billy Mink. But Billy Mink was in too much of a hurry and just ran faster. "Wait for me!" cried Jerry Muskrat to Little Joe Otter. But Little Joe was in too much of a hurry and just ran faster. "Wait for me!" cried Grandfather Frog to Jerry Muskrat. But Jerry was in too much of a hurry and just walked faster. "Wait for me!" cried Spotty the Turtle to Grandfather Frog. But Grandfather Frog was in too much of a hurry and just jumped faster. So running and walking and jumping and crawling, Billy Mink, Little Joe Otter, Jerry Muskrat, Grandfather Frog, and Spotty the Turtle hurried up the Laughing Brook to try to find out why it laughed no more. And high overhead in the blue, blue sky sailed Ol' Mistah Buzzard, and he also was looking for the trouble that had taken away the laugh from the Laughing Brook and the smile from the Smiling Pool. Now Ol' Mistah Buzzard's eyes are very sharp, and looking down from way up in the blue, blue sky, he can see a great deal. Indeed, Ol' Mistah Buzzard can see all that is going on below on the Green Meadows and in the Green Forest. His wings are very broad, and he can sail through the air very swiftly when he makes up his mind to. Now, as he looked down, he saw that Billy Mink was selfish and wouldn't wait for Little Joe Otter, and Little Joe Otter was selfish and wouldn't wait for Jerry Muskrat, and Jerry Muskrat was selfish and wouldn't wait for Grandfather Frog, and Grandfather Frog was selfish and wouldn't wait for Spotty the Turtle. "I reckon I will hurry up right smart and find out what the trouble is myself, and then go back and tell Brer Turtle. It will save him a powerful lot of work, and it will serve Brer Mink right if Brer Turtle finds out first what is the trouble with the Laughing Brook," said Ol' Mistah Buzzard, and shot far ahead over the Green Forest towards that part of it from which the Laughing Brook comes. In a few minutes he was as far ahead of Billy Mink as Billy was ahead of Spotty the Turtle. For wings are swifter far than legs on whatsoever purpose bent, but doubly swift and tireless those wings' unkindly deed intent. And this is how it happened that Ol' Mistah Buzzard was the first to find out what it was that had stopped the laughing of the Laughing Brook and the smiling of the Smiling Pool. But he was so surprised when he did find out that he forgot all about going back to tell Spotty the Turtle. He forgot everything but his own great surprise, and he blinked his eyes a great many times to make sure that he wasn't dreaming. Then he sailed around and around in circles, looking down among the trees of the Green Forest and saying over and over to himself, "Did yo' ever? No, I never. Did yo' ever? No, I never." Chapter 14. Spotty the Turtle keeps right on going. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, so. 4 steps, 5 steps, 6 steps, go. Keep right on and do your best. Mayhap you'll win while others rest. Spotty the Turtle said this over to himself every time he felt a little downhearted as he plodded along the bed of the Laughing Brook. And every time he said it, he felt better. 1 step, 2 steps, he kept saying over and over, and each time he said it, he took a step and then another. They were very short steps indeed, for Spotty's legs are very short. But each one carried him forward just so much, and he knew that he was just so much nearer the thing he was seeking. Anyway, he hoped he was. You see, if the Laughing Brook would never laugh anymore, and the Smiling Pool would never smile anymore, there was nothing to do but to go down to the Big River to live, and no one wanted to do that, especially Grandfather Frog and Spotty the Turtle. Now, because Billy Mink could go faster than Little Joe Otter, and Little Joe Otter could go faster than Jerry Muskrat, and Jerry could go faster than Grandfather Frog, and Grandfather Frog could go faster than Spotty the Turtle, and because no one wanted to be the first to find the trouble, no one would wait for the one behind him. No, because each one wanted to be first to find the trouble. No one would wait for the one behind him. So Spotty the Turtle, who has to carry his house with him, was a long, long way behind the others. But he kept right on going. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, so. And he didn't stop for anything. He crawled over sticks and around big stones, and sometimes when he found a little pool of water, he swam. He always felt better then, because he can swim faster than he can walk. After a long, long time, Spotty the Turtle came to a little pool where the sunshine lay warm and inviting. There, in the middle of it, on a mossy stone, sat Grandfather Frog fast asleep. He had thought that he was so far ahead of Spotty that he could safely rest his tired legs. Spotty wanted to climb right up beside him and take a nap too, but he didn't. He just grinned and kept right on going. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps so, while Grandfather Frog slept on. And here is a picture. There's Spotty the Turtle, Grandfather Frog in his yellow and white waistcoat, taking a nap. Look at that look on Spotty the Turtle's face. He knows. He's having just a quiet little chuckle. There on a mossy stone sat Grandfather Frog, fast asleep. By and by, after a long, long time, Spotty came to another little pool. And who should he see but Jerry Muskrat, busily opening and eating some freshwater clams which he had found there. He was so busy enjoying himself that he didn't see Spotty, and Spotty didn't say a word, but kept right on going, although the sight of Jerry's feast had made him dreadfully hungry. By and by, after a long, long time, he came to a third little pool with a high, smooth bank, and who should he see there but Little Joe Otter, who had made a slippery slide down the smooth bank, and was having a glorious time sliding down into the little pool. Spotty would have liked to take just one slide, but he didn't. He didn't even let Little Joe Otter see him, but kept right on going. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps so. By and by, after a long, long time, he came to a hollow log, and just happening to peep in, he saw someone curled up fast asleep. Who was it? Why, Billy Mink, to be sure. You see, Billy thought that he was so far ahead that he might just as well take it easy, and that was what he was doing. Spotty the Turtle didn't waken him. He just kept right on going the same slow way he had come all day. And so, just as jolly, round, red Mr. Sun was going to bed behind the purple hills, Spotty the Turtle found the cause of the trouble in the Laughing Brook and the Smiling Pool.